Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Southeast Polk High School for tonight's CIML Scramble here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker here with you tonight, along with my partner, Keith Bornes. Keith, we got a fun night of wrestling ahead. Girls wrestling. We haven't had much girls wrestling here on CISN at all this season, I believe. Very talented teams tonight. Raccoon River Conference, Southeast Polk, Valley, Johnston, Ankeny, and Urbandale. These are some of the best schools in the state of Iowa when it comes to girls wrestling. What do you expect to see tonight?
I expect to see a lot of. I was thinking about how I wanted to kind of introduce it, and it really is going to come down to what it looks like when athleticism and tenacity merge. It's going to be a lot of great wrestling, and it's not just the idea of getting somebody pinned to the mat. There's going to be a lot of technical skill seen here as the coaches for these programs. There's a long line of experience, and some of the coaches have made the jump from the guys' side over to the gal side. So I'm very excited to see how things are going to pan out tonight.
The season just seems to be flying by. Already in February, we'll be over in Iowa City taking on for the girls' state tournament. All these girls, a lot of this stuff is new to them. Most of these girls, it felt like they didn't wrestle before they got here. Talk about, the learning experience from when you started at the beginning of this season to now. Some of these girls just keep getting better and better the more they learn how to wrestle. Absolutely.
We're going to have some very highly ranked wrestlers here tonight. One of the things that we need to kind of keep in mind is it's not the first year of wrestling for girls in the state of Iowa. It's the first year of sanctioned wrestling. And so when we get to the beginning of February here, we're going to have I believe, the first girls-only state tournament in wrestling in the country.
Yes.
And so we're very excited to have that, and Iowa kind of leading the way with it. So we have several girls that have wrestled for several years. But we also have girls that have just come on the scene for their first year, and it has a lot to do with the actual split away from just having a wrestling program to now having your own wrestling program. And,
absolutely.
The gals are a lot more comfortable to come out, give it a shot, and yes, there has been you wonder what the learning curve is actually going to be when it's your first year out and you're looking at a varsity sport. But it has gone very well for all 6 of these schools.
Absolutely. Run you through how everything's going to shape out. We're going to start at 235 pounds tonight. Round 1 on mat number 2, or on mat number 1, round 1 will be Valley versus Johnston. Mat number 2 for round 1 is Raccoon River Conference versus Southeast Polk. Now, the Raccoon River Conference is 4 teams made up to create pretty much one team. That's Waukee Northwest, ADM, and Van Meter. And then on mat number 3, Ankeny will take on Urbandale. We have already started on mat number 3 at 235 pounds between Ankeny and Urbandale.
One of the things to think about as we go through is the weight. Everything is the same. As we got a headlock taken right down to the mat here. So we're going to have a takedown plus some back points. This thing could end relatively quick for Ankeny.
And it does.
Nice job there, getting in on the headlock, getting the hips adjusted, taking her opponent down to the mat, finishing off with a pin. So Ankeny is going to go up 6-0 after, well, the only match on the mat.
Yeah, 31-second pin there for Ankeny. Trying to get names pulled up. Track wrestling is still not updated there.
And that's something else to think about is the fact that there are enough girls out for wrestling. You know, the question mark was, okay, can we get enough girls to come out and participate in it? And since the split, it has really jumped, and
yes.
People are excited about it. There are enough girls out for all teams that the coaches that have been coaching varsity wrestling for years here tonight, they actually are going to be able to toy around with their lineups. And so it's kind of a guessing game as they have their typical chess match between head coaches, who to put out to try and get them. If you're going to give up points, try to give up only 3 points. If you're going to try and get bonus points, how can we set our lineups to do that? And so several girls weighed in at the weights, and so that each coach can actually present whoever they want. They have options here, and so that is great to see as well.
Forfeit at 235 in the middle on mat number 2. So Raccoon River gets a victory over top of Southeast Polk at 235 pounds. So a quick start and an easy taking of a start for the Raccoon River Conference. 105 getting going here on mat number 3. Again, mat number 3 you're watching there in the center of your screen. We'll kind of go all around tonight. If there's one match that stalled, try to get that off to the side. But you're currently watching Urbandale and Ankeny. And it's a quick 2-0 start for Ankeny.
Doing a great job of controlling the body and keeping her down on the mat. Trying to work that crossface and get into a cradle here. Things are also starting to get ready here on mat 1 for Valley and Johnston at 235 pounds. There are several open weights tonight.
Yes.
And so there's going to be some forfeits that happen, and we're going to do our best to keep up with all 3 mats as they go.
Still a 2-0 lead for Ankeny here on mat number 3. Back on mat number 1. It's Johnston and Valley. And the middle mat number 2, Raccoon River and Southeast Polk about to get going at 110 pounds. Ankeny extends the lead to 4-0 over on mat number 3.
Abby Marlowe is doing a great job. She also has a headlock as she is wrestling Jasmine Calderon from Johnston. She got the takedown for 2. She's certainly going to get some back points here. She already has the 3 count. Now they're just seeing if she's going to be able to lift that elbow and get that shoulder blade down, which she does, and she got a pin to get Valley a 6-0 lead after their first match.
You have an injury down there for Johnston. And it's a serious injury, so we will not show mat number 1. Mat number 3, Ankeny with a pin over Urbandale. So the Hawks quickly two matches 2 falls, 12-0 start. And in the middle, still 0-0. Southeast Polk, Raccoon River in the middle. Currently, actually just the only one on your screen right now. It's a 2-0 lead for Southeast Polk to start.
I believe that's Campbell Crabb. I do not have information on the Urbandale wrestler.
That is the end of the first period there in the mat number 2 between Southeast Polk and Urbandale. Meanwhile, or Southeast Polk and River Valley Conference. Raccoon River Conference, excuse me. The RRC, we'll call it that. Ankeny with a 2-0 lead on mat number 3 over Urbandale. Ankeny is off to a hot start. Already has 2 quick falls at 235 pounds and 110. We are delayed on mat number 1 due to an injury that's still being dealt with. We're in the second set here on mat number 2.
Got a great match going here on mat 2. I believe that's Liv Halfpap for Raccoon River going against Campbell Crabb. Great job of trying to establish a little bit of control here. They're hand fighting very well.
Now, I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. Did Southeast Polk start on the bottom, or did they start neutral there for that?
I believe this was a neutral start here.
There you go. There's 2 quickly there for Southeast Polk on the takedown, and going to try to reach out of bounds here, and they will call it out. So they'll go back to the center. Meanwhile, Ankeny still up 2-0, going for another pin possibly, and there it is. 3 matches, 3 pins for Ankeny. 24-0, all Ankeny over Urbandale over on mat number 3.
Coach Dustin Rowland has to be very pleased with the start that they have jumped out to. As 24-0 over Urbandale. Coach Marino's got a very young staff, as you know many of the teams do for Urbandale, and it's really all about getting some exposure this year and building the program as the years continue on. I certainly think girls wrestling is here to stay.
I do too, especially with the numbers. What are we, over 2,000, close to 2,500, I think? We're going to period number 3 on mat number 2. Southeast Polk with a 4-0 lead, and the Rams will start up top. Still 0-0 as Ankeny and Urbandale are off and running at 120 pounds on mat number 3. Still delayed for injury on mat number 1.
On mat number 2, we have a very tough ride going by Halfpap here.
Southeast Polk trying to get out, but a nice little job bringing her back down. Nope, there's her escape, and she's able to reverse. Well done.
Nice job there by Crabb. She was able to get the hands free, lowered her hips, so she was able to do just kind of get a switch action going on. Now she has a strong ride going. You can notice that not only is she trying to push down, but she's pushing forward well. It's that forward and down force that is going to keep people down on the mat.
So a 6-0 lead in the third period for Southeast Polk on mat number 2. Meanwhile, we're still deadlocked with 30 seconds to go in period number 1 on mat number 3 between Ankeny and Urbandale.
So right now, in the difference between boys and girls wrestling, there are no differences. All the rules are the same except for the weight classes.
Yes.
So the weight classes, 100, 105, 110, 115, continuing by the 5s up to 145, then to 155, then 170, 190, and 235.
There's the end of the first period on mat number 3. So they'll go to the second, still 0-2.
We are anticipating who is out there for Urbandale at 125. We think it is Jaden Stites for Ankeny.
130 pounds, Ankeny and Urbandale on mat 3. Urbandale looking for their first win of the evening. It's been all Ankeny so far, but here's a reversal. Trying to spin things back the other way.
Yeah, going to have an escape there by Steffi Olson. Nice job.
I think they kind of ran out of steam. Olson was able to sneak out of it. She has a chance. Both girls just kind of weighing options here. Urbandale could not grab the takedown, but on top and riding are the Jayhawks. There's your takedown as she finally able to take a reversal. 2-0 lead for Urbandale on mat number 3.
Olson working very hard, able to get that double leg takedown. That's going to tighten things up here.
Yeah, still only in period number 2 there in mat number 2, or on mat number 2, excuse me. Out of bounds.
Olson did a nice job. She had that wrist lock underneath and was working toward that half Nelson, but just slid out of bounds. So there's 50 seconds to go, second period there on mat 2.
Very impressed by the no quit there by Raccoon River Conference. Again, don't have her name, but nonetheless, down 9-1, not quitting. Almost had a chance there for a fall if she could have kept it in bounds, but nonetheless, a 9-3 lead. 3-2, Ankeny got back on top of Urbandale on mat number 1.
Oh, what a move there by Ankeny as she put a front headlock on, pulled her over, but Urbandale able to roll through, and now Ankeny is in trouble on mat 3.
Yeah, that gives her the 4-3 lead. There's 9 seconds left on the clock in period number 1. Can she grab the fall just as time expires? 2-1, not going to do it. But near fall points make it 7-3 in favor of the Jayhawks.
Action's going to get started here, and mat 2 again. Olson in the top position. She has control right now. Great job by Rodriguez as she is coming up and working her way out, just trying to get those hands separated. And does, but Olson hanging on to that leg.
Gets the escape.
There's the escape. 10-3 in favor of Rodriguez.
Could close on major decision points here if a couple things go your way.
Yes, teams are certainly looking to try and get those bonus points.
Ankeny with a chance here if she can get fully on her back for a reversal. Nope, Urbandale turns it back the other way. Grabs a quick takedown. She'll go for the pin. 9-3 Urbandale. Ankeny girl stuck on her back. Urbandale has her pinned down. Is it enough? She's obviously going to grab a couple more near fall points here.
One of the things is she does get the pin, as it is called there with a minute and 11 to go. Nice job. It's hard to get that pin, that fall, when you're not up there chest to chest. You want to try and get as much pressure down, and sometimes you can kind of lift your chin and arch your back to really drive the shoulder blades down onto the mat.
Urbandale takes their first victory of the evening, 36-6. Ankeny holds the lead.
Just under a minute and a half to go here in the third period, and mat 2 between Olsen and Rodriguez. Olsen taking a shot on that outside single.
She can reverse it. Yes, she can.
Nice job with the sprawl and trying to get those hips back and maneuver around as Rodriguez was able to get the takedown.
There's an applause from the crowd as being helped off was Johnston girl. She pretty much collapsed, I'd say, after her 235 match. They've been trying to help her up. She was able to gain consciousness. She's being helped out, escorted out, walking on her own, powered by paramedics. So we hope the best for her, but that is what's been going on mat number 1 at 235, so they're about to go back down to 110. Heath back on mat number 3. Urbandale with the 2-0 lead over Ankeny. Jayhawks trying to grab a couple in a row here. Meanwhile, middle mat number 2. This one's been going on for a while. 35 seconds to go in period number 3. 12-4, Southeast Polk on top.
Looking to Urbandale looking to get a reversal here.
Southeast Polk grabs the takedown. Quick start there by Urbandale. Really didn't let Ankeny escape. Still not going to get it there. Southeast Polk grabs the victory as time expires. 18-7.
Over on mat 3 could be a great match, as we think it is Dana Cleveland from Ankeny. She's currently ranked number 4, 22-3 on the year, and she's going against Ella Anler of Urbandale.
Well, and Ella's doing a great job. Quick 4-1 lead here.
That's right.
To start. I believe we got a forfeit at 120 pounds. And that'll give the points to the Raccoon River Conference. So updated score there, 24-7, we believe. Urbandale will start down to start period number 2 against Ankeny on mat number 3.
Ella's done a great job. She's also a very good middle distance runner in track and field. Working her way up to her feet. Great job peeling the hands to get that escape.
Valley with the win at 105, or excuse me, 100 and 105, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So Valley quickly leads 12-0 over Johnston. Ella with another takedown. 7-1 lead for her. 125 getting going here on the middle mat, which is mat number 2. That is top right of your screen.
At 110 pounds on mat 1, we're looking at either Avery Burr or Veronica Bates for Valley, going against Sydney Jackson from Johnston.
Urbandale 7-2 over Ankeny, 118 to go in period number 2 at 135 pounds on mat number 3. Johnston Valley on mat 1. And that's obviously the top left-hand corner of your screen. Southeast Polk leads 2-0 here over Raccoon River Conference.
And she does have the half in there for Southeast Polk. If she can get that far elbow moved around. Nice
there
shot
it is.
Return. This is Peyton Sams for Southeast Polk.
She's looking at a couple near fall points. There it is. There's 2. There's 4. 4-0 lead for the Rams. Valley leads 2-0 against Johnston. 15 seconds to go on mat number 2. Boy, Ankeny started hot, but the Jayhawks' last couple wrestlers here starting to figure things out. 7-2 lead on mat number 3. Valley with a chance for a takedown on mat number 1, or a chance for a pin.
Just riding a little too far over. She's going to have to get that elbow or shoulder down. She can slide back just a little bit and get that head lifted. She'll have a good chance.
14 seconds. Can Johnston hang on? Nope, cannot. Valley with the fall. Tigers extend the lead over Johnston 18-0. End of period number 2 on mat number 3. They will go to 3 with Urbandale leading 9-2. Middle mat, 4-0. Southeast Polk on top of the Raccoon River Conference. With 1:41 to go here in the second period. Very competitive matches between the Raccoon River Conference and Southeast Polk so far tonight.
And both schools have full lineups. Nice job there by Kaylin Sutton getting a takedown here. Over on mat 1, Valley took another forfeit, as we're going to, the next weight over there is going to jump up to 125.
Yeah, 24-0, that's Valley. And Ankeny and Urbandale. Ankeny's going to grab 2 near fall points, as Ella for Urbandale is on the ground. And they'll be checked on. Injury time will start. Mat number 2, Southeast Polk and Raccoon River. 4-2 Rams on top. And we got a stoppage of locking of the hands. And because of that, that's her second warning, so they'll give the point to Southeast Polk.
On mat 1, we are at 125 pounds. Justice Bulow for Valley was taken down by Candace Anglo of Johnston. Anglo riding very hard right now. She was working on a cradle, was not able to get it done. She's going to get called for locked hands.
Still checking on Urbandale over on mat number 3 as the injury time continues to tick down. And Urbandale was leading that match, 9-6 at the time.
Over on mat 1, Anglo of Johnston is working that half Nelson. Bulow working hard, but I don't know how long she's going to last with it as she gets turned over here.
Johnston looking for their first win of the evening. (5-2) Rams still lead, looking for a possible reversal here. She's got to at least turn on her back. There's 2 near fall points.
Over on mat 1, we had to stop for blood, so it ended up being a 4-point near fall for Anglo of Johnston.
So because of the injury, and Ella could not get back up, she's still down. They're checking on her. Ankeny will take the points, so 42-6 in favor of the Hawks. And Urbandale was actually doing pretty well there. They had a couple wrestlers in a row. Mat number 2, Southeast Polk continues to ride here with 24 seconds to go in the third period.
Mat 2, we have Peyton Sam's doing a great job trying to get those back points. She had the half Nelson in hard, but just could not get that far arm locked up against the body. Now she's back in a good spot, but out of bounds.
With 4 seconds to go. They're cleaning up mat number 1. Mat number 3, Ella gets back to her feet. Tough break for Urbandale. Had a good chance to win that one at 135 pounds, and injury just gets in the way. Southeast Polk with the victory at 125 pounds, and I guess they're going to say that the score is correct. So Raccoon River, or excuse me, Southeast Polk leads 24-10. They did have their numbers set up.
Switched, yeah.
Yes. We're on to 140 pounds, Ankeny and Urbandale, and with that comes a forfeit at 140 pounds for Ankeny, 48-6 in favor of the Hawks.
So 145 pounds for Urbandale and Ankeny on mat 3. We're either looking at, well, here's what we can say about the strength of girls wrestling right now. Ankeny has 4 girls listed.
Yeah.
So it could be any one of them that has taken the mat here.
So 145 on mat 3. Mat 2, Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River Conference just getting going. Valley and Johnston get going off of the blood timeout. It's Johnston with the 6-1 lead with 46 seconds to go in the first period. Ankeny with a takedown and possibly going to grab a fall here on mat number 3. Going to grab a couple near fall points. There's your fall in 34 seconds. Ankeny extends their lead 54-6.
Yes, Ankeny is certainly on a roll here. As we look down to mat 1, Anglo from Johnston gets a fall over Valley.
Johnston's first victory of the night. Warning of locking the hands over here on mat 2. Southeast Polk leads 3-0. Rams lead 24-10 overall. There's another warning of locking the hands.
One of the things when it comes to locking the hands, if you kind of let that wrestle out and continue to go with it until somebody is going to gain an advantage, or the person that Southeast Polk had her hands locked, and if she were to start gaining an advantage of that, they would stop it. Otherwise, they would have allowed Raccoon River an opportunity to get an escape, get the point for the penalty and also the escape.
Believe Johnston, did they just get another forfeit or? No, I don't believe so. Well, yeah, they did. 30-12, Valley leads over Johnston. We're at 170 pounds between Ankeny and Urbandale on mat number 3. Mat number 2, Southeast Polk still leads 3-1 with 26 seconds to go in the first period. Another possible warning of locking the arms, or locking the hands.
Yep, got her hands locked, so that'll be the second point. If she does it again, it will be 2 points, and if she does it again after that, it will be a disqualification.
Yep. I called a duel back in Grinnell a couple weeks ago. Saw that a couple times, actually. Happened more than you think it would. Ankeny with a 2-0 lead. And with Southeast Polk, I mean, you got a 3-2 lead, and this is a pretty close duel at 24-10. You can't afford for a couple mishaps.
Yes, every point is important as she's trying to work that crossface cradle.
That does it for the end of the first period there on mat number 2. Both points for the Raccoon River Conference came by locking of the hands by Southeast Polk. Meanwhile, on 170, Ankeny and Urbandale looking for a fall. Ankeny has been dominant here tonight against the Jayhawks. We're about to start 155 pounds up over on mat number 1. Johnson takes a forfeit. There's been a couple forfeits. Ankeny or Valley leads 48-18 over Johnston on mat number 1.
On mat number 3, Lauren Heimer, junior, 21-9 on the season, working a pin combination here. As she has Jayla Wells over on her back now.
She already grabbed a couple near fall points earlier, trying to get a couple more here. Still 3-2, period 2, 1:30 to go on mat number 2. There's your fall for Ankeny as the Hawks continue their domination this evening.
So there's going to be one more match on mat number 3.
Yes, started at 235 pounds.
It's going to be Josie Bishop from Ankeny and Brooklyn Anderson from Urbandale.
Valley had a chance at a takedown, but instead Johnston let her roll back over, and if she can, she's going to get a couple near fall points. If she can reverse, they'll give her 2 more near fall points.
Jasmine Newman for Johnston.
4-0 lead for the Dragons.
Liana Carell for Valley.
Keith, we've stayed deadlocked for pretty much here at mat number 2 ever since the hand-locking situation maybe have settled itself out, and now it's become pretty even. 3-2 still with 30 seconds to go in mat number 2 between Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River Conference. We're at 190 on mat number 3 between Ankeny and Urbandale.
Kelsey Kiner had an opportunity there for a takedown, but Southeast Polk able to break free of that.
Boy, if the Raccoon River girl can do it. Nope, or Southeast Polk's able to turn it back over. That's a reversal. There's 2, 5-2. Just as the period ends, we're going to period number 3 on mat number 2. Great fight by Southeast Polk to extend the lead to 3. Johnston still on top 4-0 over there on 170 pounds in mat number 1. Again, Valley had a chance at a possible takedown reversal, if anything, but about missed steps. Southeast Polk starts on the bottom. And good job by the Raccoon River Conference not to let her up, but we got locked hands. We'll see how this plays out. This will go to Southeast Polk.
They're both locking hands.
We're going to period number 2 on mat number 1. Johnson leads 4-0 over Valley. Ankeny with a 2-0 lead over Urbandale with 1:04 to go in the first period on mat number 3. And looking at near fall points, actually looking for the pin, and she does. What a dominant showing by Ankeny tonight. And like you said, the depth is very apparent for the Hawks.
It really is. Having a full lineup and having that much athleticism and skill all the way up and down the line.
Rams with another takedown. 8-2 lead in the third period with 1:27 to go. Valley Johnston out of bounds in the second period, 1:47 to go. Ankeny defeats Urbandale 72-6 in round number 1 of tonight's action. Like we said, dominant showing by Ankeny. Urbandale had a chance at possibly 2 wins, but I believe, was it Ella Anliker? Was that so Ella had a chance. Looked like she was going to have it. She had a lead, but then got hurt and could not recover, so Ankeny took the match. So 72-6. Ankeny wins all but 1 against the Jayhawks. 6-0 lead on mat number 1 for Johnston. That's off screen currently, but on mat number 2, 8-2 lead for Southeast Polk, 30 seconds to go in the match.
And I'm not sure who that is for Southeast Polk, as it was listed as open on our sheets. But I believe it's Kelsey Kiner for Raccoon River.
Looks like Southeast Polk's going to ride this one out and snag another victory.
Johnson looking to get a pin over on mat 1.
And they did.
170 pounds.
Our scores are back to being flip-flopped, so I couldn't tell you the score here for Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River Conference. They're saying 24-13, but it's in favor of Southeast Polk, and if I had to guess, it's probably 30-13 or 30-10.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mat number 2, they've been a little off there. Johnston gets back into it just a little bit more, 48-24 Valley leads over the Dragons. We are done on mat number 3 between Ankeny and Urbandale. The Hawks with a victory 72-6
And
over
I
the
think
Jayhawks.
I think we're going to be done on mat 1 as Valley is going to take a forfeit over
I believe so.
Johnston. So we'll focus our attention here on mat 2. 135 pounds.
There's been only, I think, one forfeit so far here on mat number 2, honestly. So we keep going. 135 pounds, Raccoon River Conference in Southeast Polk. Valley defeats Johnston 54-24 on mat number 1.
At 135 pounds, I believe for Raccoon River, we're looking at Vi Nyaka. And for Southeast Polk, Cece Scarf. A lot of head pressure put down there. Nice job by Scarf to fight that off and get back into a better position. But that's heavy hands coming in there.
Seems like Raccoon River's looking to take a little bit bigger chance at a shot here.
Well, and she's trying to set up that heel pick.
There's a leg.
But Southeast Polk countered that with a single. Has that knee sucked in underneath. No points yet, but now that she's got hands around both legs. Oh, what a great job getting her hips back for Raccoon River. Going to try and lift that ankle and get her off her base.
She can turn herself just a little bit more. There it is. 2 for the Raccoon River. Southeast Polk, though, with an escape. You think it was on purpose? Sometimes you see those girls and they're just, play with your food a little bit. 17
Indeed.
seconds to go in period number 1.
I'm a little surprised that she would let her go this late in the period.
Yes. But sometimes if you have that confidence, if you're able to get it done once, you tell yourself, I can take you back down again.
And if you're used to doing
Yes.
that, sometimes you lose track of where you are in the match.
2-1. Great first period. We'll go to period number 2 here with the Raccoon River on top 2-1.
Polk had their choice. They are going to defer.
So we're going to start neutral.
Worked in the first period. Try it again. As heavy hands come in again right away on top of the back of the neck. Raccoon River has a little bit of a height advantage, and when that happens, sometimes you as a wrestler can get your feet a little too far ahead, and you end up on your heels a little bit while you're standing there, and that gives your opponent an opportunity to drop down and get a single. The other thing about when you're a taller wrestler, your center of gravity is so much higher as well.
Pretty even so far. Just kind of staying neutral right now. Ooh, there's a chance, but an even better job by Southeast Polk to possibly turn this into a takedown or a pin. I don't know if she can get that back shoulder down. Yes, she does.
Nice job there.
Sometimes if you slip, it almost falls into your advantage. Wow. What a win for the Rams.
And, part of being in athletics, to know that you're right there on the cusp of a great match and having a minor mistake turn into a huge momentum change and, the ups and downs of high school athletics.
It is not over till it's over. That is for sure. 140 pounds now for Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River. Just an update for everyone that's missed so far. Ankeny defeated Urbandale here in round 1, 72-6. Valley took down Johnston, 54-24. And we are still on 140 pounds here on mat number 2. And this one, mat number 2, hasn't been stopped with injury, but these matches have just been so good. They've gone the distance.
Yes. Very well competed. For Southeast Polk, I believe this is Maya Holdaway, 23-16 on the season. And for Raccoon River, it's either Bella Bruins or Naomi Templeman. I think it's Bella Bruins.
I'll take blood time real quick. Score still 0-0.
You know, the nice thing about what we're able to do here is if we thought we had as all three mats were going, and you think you have a featured mat that you could do, you could try and make that screen bigger. But, man, there has been so much action.
There has. Nonstop, it feels like. As expected when you have three going on at the same time, but nonetheless.
Looks like we're going to get back into action here.
So a quick blood time out. We're back going at 140 pounds.
Nice attempt there with a shot to the outside single. Just kind of more of a fake, I guess. Seeing if it's theirs. Still trying to do some hand fighting, gain a little inside control.
Once again, a pretty even match. There's a leg.
Yeah, that outside single. Nice job. She's got the elbow down. She was going to try and pin that elbow down to the mat, block that knee so that she could run the corner. However, we're finding out the flexibility of our opponent here and got into a potentially dangerous with a lot of pressure on that knee.
So more blood time. Again, you get 5 minutes of blood time, so closing in on about a minute gone. So plenty of time here.
Following this one, we come up to 145 pounds. I believe it will be Naomi Templeman for Red River at 104, or Red River. Raccoon River.
I've done that a couple times.
At 145 pounds. And she'll be going against either Lexi Steele or Randy Nicholson, excuse me.
So we continue with blood time here for Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River Conference.
So Southeast Polk, under the direction of Dwayne Myers, he's got amassed quite a deal. This is his first year as a head coach, but it's his third stint as a head coach. First year as a head coach here in the state of Iowa. Originally from Worthington, Ohio. And he wrestled. He was a 2-year wrestler at the University of Findlay in Ohio. James Biscaglia, head coach for Raccoon River. The Biscaglia name, certainly a wrestling name in the state of Iowa.
Yes, it is.
Nice job dropping down to that outside single. And this time she's going to come away with some points right into the half Nelson. Outstanding job.
So quick, turning her hips with the reverse. And time will be stopped at the end of the period. Got to check her nose again to make sure it's not bleeding any much longer. But very quick movement there to take that quick 4-0 lead. I mean, really nice job on the reversal. And
now they're at the table trying to figure out the scores here.
Yeah, they have 5-0 here on the board. And Southeast Polk seems to be a little confused. So they'll try to get that checked out.
We got time. There's no school tomorrow.
Do we want to take a quick break while we wait? No, we're not going to take a break. We'll keep it here then.
So,
looking ahead for round number 2, a couple of the matches to look forward to. Southeast Polk takes on Ankeny. That should be very good. Urbandale takes on Johnston, and the Raccoon River Conference takes on Valley. So those are your round 2 matchups. We'll be starting at 100 pounds. We started at 235 here in round number 1. We are currently at 140. Very competitive matches so far between Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River Conference.
Another fantastic job dropping down to that outside single, turning it into the takedown and getting the half buried.
Can she grab
get
the
chest
fall?
to chest and get that head up. Just not enough pressure. Still has that headlock or leg in.
I tell you what, great fight by the Raccoon River girl.
Yes, nice job there. We believe it's Naomi Templeman.
Naomi just didn't stop. I mean, she kept moving underneath. Really nice job. She's able to get back up off the escape. 9-1 in favor of the Rams.
Just over a minute to go here in the second period. Holdaway has done a great job. She's hit that outside single 3 times, twice for takedowns. And again, that outside single, she just does a great job sweeping down to that leg. But Naomi doing a great job backing away, keeping those hips back.
Another 2. It's going to be close.
Yeah. Holdaway able to get control and the pin this time.
Boy, how about the athleticism there for Southeast Polk? Bloody nose and all does not matter. Southeast Polk, we think. I mean, it says 25-24. I don't know if that's correct, but we'll go with what the scoreboard's saying. So Southeast Polk takes the lead, 25-24 over the Raccoon River Conference.
Yeah, it is one of those things where they don't have any clear scoreboard for us to keep an eye on. We have to kind of look over the crowd and
with no track wrestling, we can't check, so. We're off to 145 pounds. You got some guesses on who we're seeing?
Well, I may have been wrong. I feel like I heard the name Maya. And if that is the case, that would be Maya Holdaway, who I thought was wrestling in the match before.
Out of bounds. We'll go back to the center. 145 here at Southeast Polk in the Raccoon River Conference. Mats 1 and 3 finished up probably about 15-20 minutes ago. And we'll see how, so the Rams will have to make sure, because what is it? Is it 45 minutes usually a break that you need in between your matches?
Typically.
Per wrestler, obviously.
Yeah, but there's a good chance they're going to be able to get started right into.
Urbandale Johnston for sure will get going right after these wrap up.
You know what time it is?
It is 7:07.
It's also shout-out time.
Oh, shout-out time. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to give a shout-out to Coach Leslie Lewis, wrestling coach at one of the West Des Moines schools. Good friend of mine. He's watching. He said that the last match, the outside single, was where it was at.
I want to thank everyone for watching tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I believe, Justin, is this our second girls wrestling match of the year? And I know next week we're in Valley, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Tuesday at Valley. Great job here, trying to get that inside position. Heavy, heavy hands.
They cannot snag a point from each other, and we will go to the second period tied still at 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, I certainly apologize that we are getting the names wrong here. There are just so many names on the sheets, which is a great sign for girls wrestling in the state of Iowa. But not all that great for the announcers, as we don't sound all that brilliant.
Well, and that's I feel terrible that we don't. We were hoping that track wrestling would be going here tonight. It was going for the JV matches, so I was like, yeah, this would be great. Yeah, we just haven't had that, but still 145 here. That is an escape, though, for the Raccoon River Conference. That was kind of a different type of escape. Really, nobody went to the ground, but enough that she was on her knees.
Yeah, I was wondering if there looked like she was in a lateral drop, that Southeast Polk was in a lateral drop position, but just never was able to get her hips through. And so the escape was able to happen. Now we're getting back into that pummel situation where they're trying to get inside control.
Well, and these two teams have been so evenly matched. There's maybe been one forfeit, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think just one.
And that's pretty much been it. Either way, these have pretty much gone the distance or have gotten late pins in these matches. 48 seconds to go here in period number 2. RRC leads 1-0.
Southeast Polk looked like she was doing a nice job trying to set up a duck under, but just hasn't thrown it yet. Raccoon River doing a great job trying to get that over-under. Has to settle for heavy hands trying to set up an offense here with just under 15 seconds to go here in the second period.
And we haven't really seen many shot attempts at all here. Closing in, 8 seconds to go here in period number 2. This one's been pretty much headlocked, honestly, most of the way. That's the end of the period, as RRC was just about to take a shot.
All right, so now we're going to take a look here. Southeast Polk has their choice here in the third period.
What would you do? I feel like,
you gotta go where you think your strength is.
She'll start on top.
But normally in this position, you see somebody's going to try and take that bottom position because trying to get an escape,
you just tie it up,
is sometimes a lot easier than trying to hold somebody down. So Southeast Polk must have an idea here that she feels like she can ride well. Looks like she's trying to get a half Nelson in, pull her across there. Iowa pull. Got her flattened out here. Now just trying to work some hand position. She's got a wrist locked, trying to roll that through. She can pull that up on the back. Just missed.
Raccoon River already has an escape here, so it's a 1-0 point for them if they can extend it just a little bit farther.
Minute 15 to go here. Southeast Polk is doing everything she can to hold her down. Only 1 point been scored so far, and yet it just feels like there could be an explosion of points coming.
Who gets tired first? Southeast Polk does not let her go easily. It's going to be a tough fight here, that's for sure.
Initially had a very good job on the breakdown. Raccoon River did a great job getting back up to her base. She's trying to get Southeast Polk to ride just a little higher. Maybe try and get a hip over, but Polk getting her back down, flattened out on the mat.
But if you're Raccoon River Conference team, you're not too upset right now because, I mean, you're holding serve. Don't want to cling to the 1-0 lead by any means, but if she can get up, she just can't. Southeast Polk's doing a good job of keeping her underneath. If she can just turn.
Yeah,
she's got that elbow.
Yep, Southeast Polk trying to make a big move here. Has the half. Has the
close.
Elbow buried. Going to get
there
the back points.
Boy, she might go for the fall.
Won't be a fall, but
she's going to get plenty of near fall points.
Going to get the 3-1 victory. What a great finish for Polk.
That was like a chess match. Just kind of plan it, slowly but surely move it. Southeast Polk with the victory.
And, you know, that's just an example of the wrestler knowing her strengths.
Yes.
Okay? 90% of the time, you're going to take that down position, maybe get the escape. But maybe the forward thinking is, okay, if I get the escape, then what? I haven't been able to take her down, but I feel like I can ride well and work toward that pin. She got the back points.
Unofficial score, 28-24, Southeast Polk lead. So this thing is anybody's match here to start.
All right. Now, I believe this is Skylar Slade.
And she is one of the best to do it here in the state of Iowa.
Absolutely. She's a under 15 Pan Am champ, Super 32 champ.
I have written down she became the first Iowa girl to win the Super 32 challenge in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes. She hasn't surrendered an offensive point this season. 33 pins in a 35-0 record.
Unbelievable.
And if I'm not mistaken, a freshman.
Yeah. Have fun. Have fun for the next 4 years. We could be looking at a pretty much maybe a carbon copy of Spencer Lee at the girls wrestling lever. 4-1 lead for Skylar Slade here. She's so quick. There's another quick takedown. And
let's give some credit where credit is also due. Jacqueline Wanders for Raccoon River. She's got 9 pins on the year. She's just running into a buzzsaw here. Oh, trying to look that duck under, but didn't keep control of the head, and so Slade able to work her way in for the takedown and looking for more.
Gets it done in a minute and 14 seconds. Skylar Slade continues to be dominant. Once again, does not give up any offensive points. Southeast Polk extends the lead 34-24. And again, if that score has been correct, what a comeback here by Southeast Polk, because early it was 24-10 in favor of Raccoon River. So obviously the bottom weight lineup strong for the RRC.
Well, so as we get into 170 pounds here, we're looking at Bella Porcelli for Southeast Polk and Peyton Coates for Raccoon River.
And with Bella last year, I do know, only lost once, and it was in the state finals. So
yeah, and she's off to a great start this year, 31-1 on the season.
She went 20-3 her freshman year. She's already off to a quick start, 2-0.
Yeah. And Peyton Coates, very good athlete in her own right as well. She has 9 falls on the year. She's committed to swim at Simpson.
Another takedown for Bella. (6-2) in favor of the Rams here at 170 pounds. Rams lead overall 34-24. Another escape, 6-3. Another reverse. This seems like one of those, let's escape, let's go back down. Racking up the points.
Yes, we are now Looking at another takedown. Still, it's 8-4, and there's still a minute to go in the first period.
She's thinking possible major decision. 10-4.
Well, now we're looking for a little bit more than that.
Yeah, she says, all right, I've had my fun. She'll take the fall. 40-24, Southeast Polk. Bella with the win.
And then we have the final match of round one here, 190 pounds. It's listed Grace Ellsbury for Southeast Polk and Aaliyah Johnson for Raccoon River. Grace Ellsbury is 21-14. She has background in judo. She's a brown belt. Aaliyah, just 27-4 on the season with 22 falls.
That's one thing I'm noticing with a lot of these wrestlers, multi-sport. It's not just wrestling. They like to do a lot.
Oh, nice job there by Aaliyah Johnson to hold off that headlock and actually get the 2-point takedown.
She does give up an escape, but I feel like it was planned. 2-1. Like you said, Keith, last match here on mat number 2.
Nice job dropping down to that outside single. 2 more on the takedown.
Well, the Rams have already locked up the dual victory here over the Raccoon River Conference, but still very competitive all throughout. Every single duel, or every single meet and match between these two have been phenomenal. (4-1), 1:14 to go here in period number 1. Again, pretty much right after the conclusion of this one, we head to round number 2.
What a great job by Ellsbury getting that escape. She did a great job dropping her hips and putting some pressure forward to break those hands.
Oh, she goes for a leg.
Yeah, trying to get that trip in there.
It might hurt her.
She's got that. She had the chin as well, and so she had a great opportunity to bring that. It's a strange half to bring over the top, and she almost had it. But, man, when you talk about Aaliyah Johnson and her experience this year, did a great job fighting that off, got the takedown, and now she is putting a little pressure on there.
It's going to be close here at the period, 20 seconds to go.
If she can settle back and get chest to chest as she comes over, we're getting close to the back points.
Just trying to push that shoulder over. 5 seconds. Oh, she got it there. She's going to get near fall. Not enough, though. Saved by the bell.
Yes.
Is Southeast Polk, but a couple near fall points go the Raccoon River Conference's way. 8-2 here at 190. We're going to period number 2.
Now, that was actually the second time that Ellsbury tried to do that reverse half chin over, if you will.
Yeah.
Both times unsuccessful. Trying to get some heavy hands in here. Getting to the point where there's not much to lose as she's getting locked up here. Wow, what a great job there by Aaliyah Johnson. Getting that hand in the hip and pushing out of that headlock.
.125 to go here in the period. 8-2 lead for the Raccoon River Conference here. It's a 40-24 lead for Southeast Polk. There's
nice,
a takedown.
Nice job on that snap down. Turned it into headlock and gets the pin. Number 23 on the season.
So with that, Southeast Polk will defeat the Raccoon River Conference. 40-30 is your final score. Your final scores of round number 1. Ankeny over Urbandale 72-6. Valley over Johnston 54-24. Southeast Polk over the Raccoon River at 40-30. We're headed to round number 2. Southeast Polk will take on Ankeny. Urbandale versus Johnston, and Raccoon River versus Valley. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker with you here this evening. Keith Borness, my partner. What a night so far. Round 1 wraps up. Ankeny defeats Urbandale 72-6. Valley took down Johnston 54-24. And Keith Southeast Polk defeats Raccoon River 40-30 in a very good duel. What have you seen so far? Obviously, Ankeny very dominant. Valley Johnston a little bit closer. Southeast Polk, Raccoon River. Honestly, Ankeny Southeast Polk looks like it's going to shape up to be a very good duel here.
Yes, Ankeny and Southeast Polk both put together great lineups. And the one thing, Ankeny's victory was a little bit more lopsided, but they also had more open matches to go against. So there was more forfeits there. I'm very interested to see. Both coaches know each other very well. And so if you thought we were confused in the first round about who's on the mat, it's going to be worse this time because both coaches they have several girls listed at the weights, and they're going to be playing a chess match, and it's going to start right at 100 pounds. I have no idea who's going against each other. So that sets up to be a great match. Urbandale and Johnston look to be a good match tonight as well. Both squads, Urbandale and Johnston, had some open weight classes. So if those happen to be against each other, that sets up for a very good duel. And then Valley certainly going to draw a tough meet here against Raccoon River. So it'll be a very interesting second round.
Yes.
And I have to say, it was very enjoyable watching Miss Slade take control of the mat tonight.
Skylar.
And all the hype that goes around her is spot on.
Yeah, I agree. Very fast. Very fun to watch. So we're just waiting to get things back underway. Raccoon River team will come out of the locker room. They are at least going to give them a little bit of time. I think they're going to try to start all these just at the same time. I thought maybe they'd try to squeak one in front of the other, but keep everything orderly here.
Absolutely.
We're going to take another break. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Keith Borness with you here for the CIML Scramble here at Southeast Polk High School. Round number 2 ready to get going. Take a look at our schedule upcoming here on the CIML, or here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, part of the CIML. Yeah, caught that one. This Friday we will be at Waukee Northwest for basketball. Johnston takes on Waukee Northwest. Along with Dowling. We'll be at Dowling as well as Valley takes on Dowling. A classic rivalry hits the hardwood. Next week, it gets very busy. We will be at Valley on Tuesday night for CIML Wrestling. That takes place starting at 6 to 6:15. And on Thursday, we will be back at Valley for, I believe, basketball, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could be wrestling. I think I'd have to go.
Next Thursday is wrestling.
Next Thursday is wrestling. Perfect.
Waukee at Valley.
Yes, Waukee at Valley. And then Friday night, things get busy. We'll be at Southeast Polk, back here at Southeast Polk next Friday. Ankeny takes on the Rams in basketball. And then one that everybody's been waiting for ever since round 1, Waukee Northwest heads to the Fieldhouse to take on Waukee in a highly anticipated rematch of their all-time thriller back in the start of December. It is a busy couple weeks here on the Central Iowa Sports Network, but we're excited to bring it to you as always.
And if you have not seen Waukee and Northwest play basketball against each other, you need to.
And if you want to go in person, you better get your tickets early, because when it went to Northwest earlier this month, or in December, that thing sold out very quickly. Granted, the Fieldhouse is much bigger, but still, if you can't make it, make sure to tune into the Central Iowa Sports Network. Heath, we're ready to get going. We are starting at 100 pounds. We're already off to 105, it looks like, here on mat number 2 between Ankeny and Southeast Polk. So there was a forfeit at 100. I couldn't tell you who it would be for. We'll check in a little bit, but we're off and running at 105 pounds. Ankeny off to a hot start, 2-0, looking for a fall or looking for a pin. A couple near fall points are coming their way. Ankeny won their first duel against Urbandale, 72-6. There's a couple more near fall points, 5-0 in favor of the Hawks.
I believe that's Carissa Hersham for Southeast Polk.
Valley and the Raccoon River Conference going at it on mat number 1. Johnston with a quick couple forfeits, it looks like.
Oh, in the middle mat, Southeast Polk hanging into that fireman carry. Spun around several times. She's still in position. Has to get her head pulled up. And there should be, once her head comes out, 2 points. But Ankeny, if she can elevate her hips, has just as good a chance of getting a takedown with a headlock. Stalemate called.
Quite a few forfeits over here on Urbandale and Johnston. They're already at 120 pounds. And they'll keep going, it looks like.
Yes, that is going to be a quick match.
I believe so. Johnston does not have many girls on the bench. 18-6 is their score. They're on to 125. Meanwhile, in the middle, it's 7-1 in favor of Ankeny. Mat number 1, it looks like Raccoon River leads over Valley 2-0 with 45 seconds to go in the first period.
And I believe that's Katie Biscaglia for Raccoon River.
Yeah, the Rams are coming right back. 7-3. 18-12 now. Valley or Johnston and Urbandale. Urbandale leads. They're finally going to get a match going at 130 pounds.
I think that's Morgan Blades for Urbandale. And, well, Candace Anglo, I think. I think Candace wrestled at 125 pounds the first time around, up to 130 this time.
Off and running on mat number 3, Urbandale and Johnston. That's the bottom of your screen. Southeast Polk continues to bring this thing closer, 7-5 after the takedown.
Yeah, great job by these two gals. They're just trading points right now. At 110, maybe Avery Burr for Valley, and Liv Halfpap for Raccoon River.
What a turnaround for the Rams here. She was down 7-1 to start. She's back in at 7-5.
And getting some back points.
She's
and
looking
maybe a
for
little
possible
more.
pin. Yeah.
Nice job getting that butcher locked up. Oh, nice job there by Ankeny to roll back through. Not give up the pin. And on her feet.
8-7 Southeast Polk over Ankeny. They're in the middle at mat number 2.
Trying to work on the reversal here. Has an opportunity to back out and get one to tie it up. But it's going to have to make sure she does back out.
Urbandale with
one.
Quick chance with a couple near fall points and more for Urbandale on mat number 3 over Johnston. There's 2 more near fall points, 4-0 there in period number 1 over Johnston. Urbandale is 8-8 on mat number 2 here. 10 seconds to go in period number 2. Still deadlocked 0-0 at 110 pounds on mat number 1 in period number 1 with the 19 seconds to go.
Oh, Urbandale doing a nice job working that headlock and arm over. Just got to make sure she doesn't get her hips out too far, but was able to get 2 near fall to take a 6-0 lead. over Johnston.
We're headed to period number 3 on mat number 2. Southeast Polk and Ankeny tied at 8 apiece at 105 pounds. Urbandale on top of Johnston, 6-0. Johnston will start on the floor.
Start of the second period on mat 1.
Or Urbandale will start low, excuse me.
Raccoon River is in the down position. Tied 0-0 here.
Southeast Polk with the fall. She's looking for the pin. A couple more back points. 10-8 advantage. Can she grab the pin? It's going to be close. She can just get that back shoulder down. There it is. Wow. How about the comeback? Trailed 7-1 and is going to win it by a fall.
So that's going to extend Polk's lead. Mat 1, Valley and Raccoon River. Raccoon River chose the down position going into the second period. Valley got caught with a locked hands, and now there's an escape, so Raccoon River takes a 2-0 lead with 1:20 to go in the second.
Johnson still riding on top of Urbandale despite the 6-0 lead for the Jayhawks at 130 pounds. Ankeny with a quick turnaround on a reversal. She'll try to take her back down to the ground. It's a 2-0 lead for the Hawks. 1:30 to go on mat number 3, you were saying, Keith?
At 110 pounds on mat 2, looks like we have Campbell Crabb from Polk and Nora Bacchus from Ankeny.
Johnston has a chance for a pin here against Urbandale. Urbandale has the 6-0 lead.
And she comes away with the pin.
Yeah, she did.
Back on mat 2, Bacchus, a freshman, is 25-5 on the year.
Urbandale led 6-0. And Johnston comes back and grabs the pin. And now we're tied 18 apiece. Wow, that was a big win for the Dragons. Mat number 1, Raccoon River still leads Valley 2-0, and the points have come off, like you said, a clinching of the hands and an escape.
Both gals over on mat number 1 doing a great job trying to get that inside position, but not much action, and you can hear the official even say, hey, ladies, we got to pick this up.
24-18, another forfeit. Urbandale takes back the lead over Johnston. 2-0, we're headed to period number 3 on mat number 1. Valley on top, or Raccoon River on top of Valley. Ankeny's looking for a pin, and they get it.
Nora Bacchus coming away with her 27th victory of the year. Got that done in pinning fashion.
And just like that, we are tied 6-6 after 2 matches, 2 falls, or 2 pins. 30-18, another forfeit for Johnston.
Elise Engebretson is going to be taking the mat here for Ankeny at 115 pounds, going against Jackie Rodriguez. Both girls having comparable records. Engebretson is 19-5, and Jackie Rodriguez has 17 wins on the season.
Johnston gets a forfeit as Urbandale forfeits, so that thing's 30-24. It's a thing over there between Johnston and Urbandale. Who's actually going to wrestle? They will wrestle at 170. So the Dragons could tie that thing back up. That's going to be a close one. A quick one, but a close one.
This could go down as the fastest match in history. Okay, Jasmine Newman.
We started at 100.
For Johnston, and Jayla Wells for Urbandale.
115 pounds on mat number 2. Johnston with a takedown on mat number 3 for 2. She's going for near fall points and a pin if possible. 23 seconds to go on mat number 1.
And they're still in that neutral position.
Yeah, they've been like that the whole time at 110 pounds. It looks like the Raccoon River is going to be able to hold on here.
Got to be a little bit of a sense of urgency for Valley if they're going to get anything done. She's going to have to take the shot and risk it a little bit.
Don't think she's going to have time. That will do it. Raccoon River wins by decision, 2-0.
Back on mat 2. We got a minute to go in the first period, and they're still doing some hand fighting, trying to get inside control, setting up their offenses.
Raccoon River leads 15-0 over Valley after after 3, I should say. Takedown for Ankeny, 2-0 lead.
There was a pin over on mat 3. Jasmine Cauldron.
Should be 30-30.
Over Jayla Wills.
But they're saying 36-24 in favor of Urbandale. Again, we'll check on that one. I'm pretty sure that should be 30-30 all. Urbandale gets it. Okay, so it's 42-24. I don't know how they're doing it. But Urbandale leads after another forfeit by Johnston.
At 115 pounds, Raccoon River has Steffi Olson versus, I believe it's Veronica Bates from Valley. Nice duck under there by Bates.
That's enough to give her 2. 2-0 lead for Valley, looking for their first win of the night here against the Raccoon River Conference. 2-0, we're going to the period number 2. Southeast Polk trails Ankeny here at 115 pounds, and they think we're going to have blood time. Yes, we are.
Over on mat 1, Bates is doing a nice job with her ride. Has her up on her feet, but she brings her back down. Makes sure she had wrist control, so there was no hand locking.
That is it from mat number 3. Urbandale defeats Johnston 48-24.
I don't know if we had a time on that, but
I think,
was that 15 minutes?
I don't even know if it was 15 minutes. It might have been like just over 10. 48-24, Johnston defeats Urbandale.
Over on mat 1, Valley gets
Urbandale defeats Johnston, excuse me.
Victory there. Veronica Bates with a pin in the first period at the 105 mark. Brings up Cammie Ewan for Valley and Callista Rodish.
Raccoon River leads 15-6. That was a big takedown, big pin for Valley there to get back into it. Ankeny's got a single leg here. And another takedown.
Over on mat 1, Rodish for Raccoon River is ranked 8th. She's 28-3 on the season with 25 pins.
Second period, 1:19 to go here in mat number 2. Middle of your screen, main part of your screen here.
Nice job by Rodish coming down, sweeping out on that outside single. No points yet, but she's in position to get some. A great fight, though, by Valley. She can keep that head buried.
Ankeny looking for a pin, near fall points for sure. Good job by Southeast Polk to at least keep her back arched. It's not enough. Ankeny with the fall. 12-6 lead for the Hawks.
And over on mat 1, finally awarded 2 points is Rodish. On mat 2 here, going to 120 pounds. Trudy Hag for Ankeny. And it's either Addie Nelson or Ella Dines for Southeast Polk.
We're on good pace. Both matches at 120. RRC's looking for a possible pin here against Valley, and they're going to get it.
And gets it.
Just pulled that arm off across her back a little bit. And they extend their lead to 21-6 over the Tigers.
Southeast Polk in on that single, but good heavy hips there by Ankeny, but not enough. Polk does a great job with that takedown. Now working for a half in the near side leg and is getting it.
If she can...
Going to have to readjust and settle back, get chest to chest.
I was going to say, if she can back up just a little bit, but it looked like Ankeny's going for... Nope, didn't want the leg. I think looks like she's going to be fine there for a second.
Yep.
Unless she gets her back leg again.
Now the back points are coming, but she's riding a little high.
Yeah, she's about her abdomen up to her shoulder right now. Probably wants to back down just a little bit if she can. She's going to get near fall points. She just can't get it on her back. Meanwhile, mat number 1, we're off to 125 pounds, just starting period number 1.
Justice Bulow for Valley and Kaylin Sutton for Raccoon River.
How about the fight by Ankeny here? I mean, just not going down. Can't quite get her. Either way, she's going to get a couple falls or near fall points.
At a reverse here. Great job by Polk settling her hips down.
That got dangerous there for a second.
Yes.
She might have been on her back. She was for a second. 5-0 lead, 16 seconds. Ankeny might be saved by the bell here. It's going to be close. She just cannot get that back shoulder down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not enough. Ankeny saved by the bell. 8-0 for Southeast Polk.
That was a dominant first period there by Southeast Polk. Over on mat 1, Raccoon River has a 2-1 edge in the first period. Just under 30 seconds to go there.
The RRC lost their first duel of the night against Southeast Polk 40-30, but I think that's pretty respectable, all things considered. They're looking to grab a victory over Valley, who got the win over Johnston 54-24 in the first round.
Wow, all that stuff that went on mat 2, that was all just in the first period.
There's a takedown again. They're going to give it to her. 10-0. She's thinking major decision possibly here soon.
90 seconds to go on mat 2. What a fantastic job by Polk bringing her back down to the mat without locking hands.
Well, she's not letting her escape. I mean, how dominant she's been, you think maybe, give it up, but no, she's stayed on top of it.
Raccoon River over on mat 1 builds a 4-1 lead with another takedown. Kaylin Sutton, 4-1 over Justice Bulow.
They're all over the match. There's finally an escape by Ankeny. (10-1) in favor of Southeast Polk. 50 seconds to go in period number 2. 4-2 lead for the RRC in period number 2 over Valley with 1:15 to go.
Oh, nice duck under. But the heavy hips by Southeast Polk able to sink down. And now she has a takedown and working on a pin.
Barely staying in bounds. Just got to keep at least one part of your body in. Or both, excuse me. Don't both have to be in, or is it just one?
I think you have to have one of the 4 supporting.
Yes. Because I'm thinking of wrestling, you could have your toe in and they'd still count it. They're kind of finally going to call it out.
(6-3) over on mat 1 as Bulow is able to get an escape. 20 seconds to go in the second period there.
(15-1). Still 8 seconds left. Nope. Yep. Nope. Starting down low. Excuse me. Going to the third. 15-1.
A lot of points scored there in 2 periods.
Yes.
Mat 1 going into the third period as well at 125 pounds. Sutton with a 8-3 lead over Bulow.
Southeast Polk trying to go for the escape. Actually might try to get a 2-for-1, it feels like. Still hasn't quite gotten out there. She does. And there's your major decision. 16-1, Southeast Polk with a big victory at 120 pounds. And I tell you what, Keith, gives them back the lead, 12-11.
Yeah, this is one of those matches that people have been wanting to see.
And I'm if I'm not mistaken, everyone, I believe, has a full roster. I don't think we should have forfeits here. I can't be for certain because there was a forfeit during the RRC Southeast Polk match, and I'm not sure if that was the Raccoon River that did that.
did not have anybody listed at 100 pounds.
Okay. Which, yes, I do remember that because we quickly got going for 105. So, yes. Could hurt Ankeny. Right now, they hold tight. 12-11 Southeast Polk at 125 pounds now. Just getting going in period number 1. Meanwhile, it's been a long one going on mat number 1 at 125 pounds.
Certainly seems longer than 6 minutes.
It does. Raccoon River leads 10-4, but Valley's not going away yet. She went for a leg and actually lets her go. Don't think she let her go. I think stamina's starting to play a factor. Ankeny trying to get Southeast Polk to her back here on mat number 2.
This is Jaden Seitz for Ankeny and Peyton Sams for Southeast Polk.
15 seconds to go in period number 3. Give 2 near fall points to Raccoon River Conference. 12-4. They go out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. Ankeny's trying to get the Rams back on their back here. Oh, there it is.
Yep, had not been awarded the takedown.
No.
But now it finally did, as she was also trying to get some back points. But Southeast Polk doing a great job getting the leg locked up here. Arm around the leg, trying to make sure she doesn't give up any back points.
I feel like she's just a little high up. There she goes. Now she's going to get it down to her chest. And now she's looking for a possible pin.
Still riding high. Southeast Polk trying to get a roll through there.
There's your pin for Ankeny. They will take back the lead. Raccoon River leads over Valley 25-6.
Raccoon River is going to take a forfeit here at 130 pounds, so that's going to extend their lead.
Boy, we've just gotten going, and like you and I have said all night, this Ankeny Southeast Polk duel right here has not disappointed.
And Ankeny is going to take a forfeit at 130 pounds, we think.
Southeast Polk coach is, I think they're just checking to make sure. I don't think anyone's coming out. Nope, they're going to go to the table. This would be big in terms of points because you expect this thing to be close, which it has been.
All right, so there is a forfeit here.
Okay.
Now, it's very interesting here for Ankeny and Southeast Polk because it's going to be a very close match the way it is. And it was the spot here where Ankeny had, I think, Ankeny had to present their wrestler first.
Nope.
And
we will have one.
So they put out a good wrestler.
I think.
And they're going to forfeit.
Nope, they will forfeit. Well, Ankeny's coach was upset about something. Valley gets a pin over here on mat number 1. I don't know if he was upset that, obviously your wrestler wasn't on time.
Yeah, I think he was trying to just say, hey, come on, let's have these two outstanding wrestlers go against each other. Give the fans a show. But Southeast Polk trying to stay with that game plan on getting a team victory.
Well, it's 24-11 now. Ankeny over Southeast Polk. 31-12 at 140 pounds now. Raccoon River leads over Valley. We're on to 135 pounds here between Southeast Polk and Ankeny up on the top left-hand corner of your screen.
At 135 pounds, we have Dana Cleveland for Ankeny and Cece Scarf for Southeast Polk. Scarf 29-5 on the season. Cleveland 22-3. Looking to be a great match.
Out of bounds to start. Valley with a chance here. They got a 2-0 lead quickly. She's trying to turn her.
Has that underhook and a half, but she's riding too high and just can't get her chest to push that shoulder over. She's going to have to take that arm and put it all the way to the mat.
Ankeny with the quick escape. It's 2-1 in favor of the Rams. couple more near fall points headed Valley's way. They lead 5-0 there at 140 pounds. Two-one in favor of the Rams. 58 seconds to go in period number one. 58 seconds to go in period number one as well on 140.
Man, that was a fantastic job by Cleveland here on mat 2 as Southeast Polk was able to get in on that takedown, but she got her hips back, got back to her feet, and now Southeast Polk back in for a takedown, has that half Nelson in. Cleveland gets the escape.
5-1, 140 pounds on mat number one, with 24 seconds to go in period number one. Both matches closing down in the final seconds. 10 seconds to go on two, now 10 seconds to go on one.
All right, going to the third on mat 2, going to the second on mat 1.
They're going to start neutral over there between Valley and Raccoon River Conference. I think they're going to two over on one.
Going to two?
Yeah, they're going to two.
All right.
They're pretty quick to put up the periods. So, yes, they are going to two. So after a quick blood time right there on mat number 2 between Southeast Polk and Ankeny, Valley continues to grab a couple more points after a takedown, 7-1.
Chloe Scarborough doing a great job working up some points there.
Rams got a leg. They lead 4-3 there after that quick escape at 135 pounds.
What a great job by Polk trying to get that leg brought in. Had it there for a little bit, and now all of a sudden the hips, getting heavy on the hips and shoulder. So Ankeny was able to get the takedown.
If she can, nope, can't grab the escape. They're going to call her out, though.
Southeast Polk checking to see if her nose got bumped into
She had a bloody nose there in the first period, or in the first duel, so the bloody nose has returned.
Not that there's any remnants of that on her singlet.
No. She looks clean.
Yep.
7-1, Valley on top here to start with 55 seconds to go in period number 2 at 140 pounds between the Tigers and the Raccoon River Conference.
I think this is Bella Bruins for Raccoon River.
They got to try to make up a mascot, trying to combine the Tigers, the Bulldogs, the Wolves, and the Warriors. If someone can make up a mascot for the Raccoon River Conference.
You're saying we should have a contest.
If you can combine those 4 animals, you might be set. There's a good takedown for Valley that she's looking for the pin.
Wonderful job there on the headlock, and she's got some pressure. Just got to make sure that she gets her hip down. She's riding a little high. Don't want to get rolled through here. She can lift the elbow, was not able to do so. So we go into period number 3, 12-2 in favor of Valley.
Valley trails, I think it's either 25-6 or 31-6. I'm not quite sure, but they are trailing in the duel overall.
Ankeny in a position here to bring that cradle over on mat 2. Ended up losing a great battle there by Southeast Polk. She has the single, just not able to get that leg in as Ankeny does a great job scooting those hips back.
Still 12-2 in favor of Valley, but 5-4 in favor of Ankeny here with 30 seconds to go in period number 2.
One of the tough things to do in wrestling is to know where your hips are. You work so hard to make sure that you keep your hips behind your opponents when you're in that riding top position.
Absolutely.
And Ankeny doing a great job riding now.
We're going to period number 3. Ankeny leads 5-4 over Southeast Polk. 1:21 to go here in the third period on mat number 1 between Valley and the Raccoon River. And Valley starts on the bottom.
Good forward pressure there by Raccoon River. Nice side roll. Didn't help her any, but certainly changed the position.
Ankeny with a possible chance. They were able to get her down to the ground, just couldn't quite turn her. This time, gets her on her back.
Got her in that cow catcher.
She'll grab near fall point. 7-4. Goes full to the back. Can she grab the
and
pin?
The pin?
She does. Very impressive showing by Ankeny. 30-11 Hawks lead.
Heading up to 140 pounds for Ankeny. It's either going to be Gia Blazer or Liz Makovec versus Maya Holdaway. We'll see who they present.
The RRC on top here over Valley, meaning literally on top, but I don't think they can do anything much here as it's a 12-2 lead for Valley, and it looks like everything should hold tight. They're going to walk away with a victory here at 140 pounds.
All right, not sure who Ankeny chose here. Holdaway is out there on the mat for Southeast Polk.
Valley with the victory, 31-16. Raccoon River still leads over the Tigers, but a win nonetheless at 140 pounds for Valley. .140 going here between Southeast Polk and Ankeny. As we are off to 145 between RRC and Valley.
I think this is going to be Naomi Templeman for Raccoon River and Kendall Fritz for Valley. Mat 2, Southeast Polk, take down here and working toward getting some back points. And got 3. Still working it.
It's going to be close.
And in good position, chest to chest, if she can get a little pressure on that near side shoulder.
Yeah, she's going to try to grab that forearm. Oh, it's got to be right there. Yeah, there it is. Southeast Polk with the pin to bring the score a little bit closer. How about that effort at 140 pounds?
.145, we could be looking at Ava Birschmeyer, Mallory McGuire, or Liz Makovec for Ankeny. And for Polk, we could be looking at Lexi Steele or Randy Nicholson.
145 was a great match between Southeast Polk and the Raccoon River Conference there in that first round. Expect the same here. Both mats 1 and 2 at 145 pounds.
Oh, nice job by Raccoon River. Had a Russian tie on Valley, dropped down to the outside single. But wow, Valley with a great job fighting that off. And
she just kept moving.
Yeah,
I mean, she just kept
circling
spinning
around.
eventually you're going to get a hole and find the opening, and that's exactly what she did. She'll take it. 2-0 lead for Valley. And that will finish the end of the first period over there on mat number 1.
That's one of those things that, as a wrestler, you really want to make sure that you don't give up points at the end of the period because you just can't get them back. And great job there by Valley, scoring late in the first.
Southeast Polk looking for a possible takedown. Both girls pretty even right now, caught up around the head.
Nice job on that headlock. If Southeast Polk can get above the elbow instead of on the wrist, she'll have a better chance.
That back arm's keeping her away from it.
She's got to pull this near arm under.
She'll get near fall points. Probably wish she wasn't off to the side, but nonetheless out of bounds. They'll go back neutral with 35 seconds to go in the first period. Valley leads over RRC over at 145 pounds, 3-0.
She's getting that done with a takedown in the first and escape here in the second. Nice job, drop down single by Raccoon River. But Valley doing a great job getting hips back. Just not enough, though.
Good response by the Raccoon River. 4-2 Valley. 58 seconds to go in period number 2. Closing in 3-2-1 at the end of the second period. Southeast Polk leads over Ankeny 5-0 at 145 pounds.
And we're going to the neutral position to start period number 2. Another great drop down outside single by Raccoon River, but again, Valley doing a great job trying to circle around and not awarded any points. A little surprised by that. Things might have looked differently on the mat than they did up here.
Possibly. Ankeny with the fall. And a takedown and looking for the pin. It's going to be close.
And notice that she is above that elbow,
yeah,
so she's got a little more leverage. Her hips down on the mat in a great position for the fall.
Whoa. Trailed 5-0 to start the second period. And just like that, snags the pin. Whoa. It is unbelievable how things can just switch at the snap of a finger. 36-17, Ankeny extends their lead.
All right, 155 pounds. We're anticipating Skylar Slade for Southeast Polk. Polk did not have to, or Polk has to go first. We're seeing who's got to declare their wrestler first. It looks like Polk is. So Slade's going out to check in. So now Ankeny has a choice on who they're going to put out there.
They're thinking.
And now they finally do declare a wrestler. I am not sure if it is Ava Birchmeyer or Mallory McGuire.
They had 2 ready.
No matter who it is, it will be a tall order.
Yeah. 4-3, still a tight one. 43 seconds to go on period or on mat number 1. Raccoon River Conference looking for a takedown here if they can. And they grab a quick reversal, so 5-4. RRC retakes the lead late in that one.
Slade back to business, getting a takedown there. Both girls came out. Real heavy hands trying to get position. Slade coming away with it.
Valley trying to escape on mat number 1. If she can, it'd be a tie. RRC's going for a possibility of grabbing her leg back down. 6 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yep, she's got, and she does it.
Wow. Time expires in the third period. Valley snags the escape, and they both look exhausted. Whoa. Have fun. Jump right back into it.
That's right.
So they go for a minute. 5-5 RRC and Valley.
Nice pass by Slade as she takes Ankeny down.
Boy, you wonder. Oh, there's a... Got her around the shoulders. RRC with the takedown, and there it is. Sudden death. Raccoon River Conference comes back and holds on. 7-5. What a match between Valley and the Raccoon River Conference at 145
Slade able
pounds.
to get 3 more back points there for Polk. Gives
Heck
up
of a
another
match.
escape. Nice little drop down. Take a 12-2 lead here in the first period with 10 seconds to go.
Can anyone beat Skylar Slade as we go toward the end of the season?
You made reference to Spencer Lee. That might be the only person.
A couple near fall points there as they reach the end of the period. 15-2.
I think it's over.
Nope.
Oh, it is only 15.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, pretty much needs a couple more points, and we're looking at major decision.
155 pounds over on mat 1.
It's 40-16 in favor of the Raccoon River Conference.
Yeah,
that was a big win.
Jacqueline Wanders was able to get a forfeit. Now we're at 170 pounds. Leona Carell for Valley. Peyton Coates for Raccoon River.
Slade quickly took the Ankeny girl down to the ground, and it's almost like the crowd didn't react. The official was like, hey, we're done here. Major decision. Slade continues to roll.
Looks like 36-22 in favor of Ankeny on mat 2 right now.
This thing, I mean, it might get close here. I mean, Southeast Polk wasn't too bad at the
upper weights.
So
yeah, it looks like we're going to have Bella Porcelli for Polk against. Hold on here. Yep, Bella Porcelli at 170 pounds.
Keith, do you see it as an advantage for Southeast Polk that some of these Ankeny girls, they didn't even get to wrestle that first time because of those forfeits? So is it, who has the advantage? Is it the girl that got to rest the whole time, or is it the girl that maybe got to wrestle the first time?
I think it's the person who wrestled the first time that has the advantage.
It's tough to just stand around and wait.
Yeah.
170 pounds on both mats right now, and there's a fall or a pin for Raccoon River Conference over Valley. And the RRC continues to extend their lead over the Tigers.
Porcelli gets a takedown here at 170 pounds for Southeast Polk. Now, Southeast Polk has an opportunity to try to bring this back and maybe tighten up.
I think I honestly do. I think it can really tighten up here.
The problem is they don't have anybody listed at 235.
That'll hurt you. So you can hope. You just got to kind of win out here and pray. 190.
You need some big bonus points here by Porcelli, and she's working toward it. Getting it stacked up here. Got to drop that shoulder just a little bit.
She's going to get a couple points here.
She needs to get off her knees in that top position. Get more pressure down. There we go.
There's your pin.
Nice job by Porcelli. Over on mat 1, we have Aaliyah Johnson and Ellie Wagner on the mat.
Rams are not going away. 36-28. We move on past 170. Like we said, Southeast Polk does not have a 235. We started at 100.
So now we're looking at Josie Bishop for Ankeny. And it says Grace Ellsbury for Southeast Polk here at 190 pounds.
If you grab a pin, you can get it 36-34. Because how many? We got three more left?
After this, it's one more.
Oh, one more, so.
Valley and Raccoon River, 2-1 in favor of Valley right now on mat 1. Both of them trying to establish the heavier hand. Minor attempt there at a headlock, but Raccoon River did a great job fighting that off. She's doing a great job using that left hand to make sure that the hip can't get through.
2-1 in favor of Valley over Raccoon River Conference as we go to period number 1, or period number 2 over on mat number 1.
Great job on that snap down.
She was quick.
By Polk. She's just got to get her hips back up over the top. She can continue to spin hard enough.
Ankeny's able to grab that leg. Again, It's going to be hard to turn, though.
Yeah, Polk was trying to get a whizzer in there to offset that. Now she's getting a lot of head pressure.
We're tied 2-2 over on mat number 1 in the second period with 1:40 to go. Boy, if she could just get that left leg over.
Great job by Polk. She's got her flattened out, but she's got to peel those hands off, get spun around. She's only got 9 seconds to do it. There it is. 2 points with 2 seconds to go.
Wow. Valley and Raccoon River Conference, 2-2. Keith, I know we're doing wrestling, but I did get a score update from basketball. Valley leads Waukee Northwest 37-20 at halftime.
Really?
Northwest could be in trouble on the road.
We'll see what happens. As Valley girls did beat Northwest tonight.
Valley girls beat Northwest, I think 58-26, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
We got blood time here on mat number 2.
You know, with all the blood time that we end up having in some of these matches, these meets, you almost have to wonder, how much blood does the human body have?
Yeah, they give you 5 minutes, so they must think you have 5 minutes worth of blood. That you can lose. I don't know.
Oh, nice job there by just a nice, easy sag down on the headlock. But again, she's got to get her hand above the elbow to be able to lift that elbow up to pull the shoulder underneath and drop her far side. Potentially dangerous there.
And these officials, I mean, they have to work hard. I mean, that's to be able to spot it and say, all right, don't want to hurt each other. Let's keep it going here.
Starting the third period over on mat 1. Raccoon River up 4-2. Valley takes the down position as we start period number 3. Quickly to her feet.
This is another one where Valley led early. Southeast Polk's looking for a possible pin. Again, if she can turn it, she hasn't had this spot yet tonight. Getting a couple near
pretty
full.
high. She needs to settle back to get more pressure.
There it is.
Gets it done.
Great for Southeast Polk, but 36-34, and like you said, the Rams we don't believe have a 2:35 wrestler.
So Ankeny is going to go out there and put somebody out on the mat.
Yep.
And once they put somebody out.
Never mind. I think Southeast Polk will have someone at 2:35. Raccoon River gets the pin over Valley, 52-16 at 190. Nope, they did not send one out.
All right, so that's over there. which means there's one match
What a
to
duel.
go.
Yeah, what a duel.
on
And
mat one.
there will be one. Well, Southeast Polk goes out.
Okay, so Ankeny did not put anybody out there, which allowed Southeast Polk to bring a girl out and get a victory on the year
Okay.
at 235 pounds.
Okay. 42-34 is your final score. Ankeny defeats Southeast Polk. What a match.
What a match. And now over on mat 1, the final match of the evening, 235. Abby Marlowe for Valley and Victoria Vanales for Raccoon River.
What is it? 52-16. Raccoon River over Valley. Ankeny over Southeast Polk. Yes. Do we have any guesses on who these two might be here for RRC and?
I think it's Abby Marlowe for Valley and Victoria Vanales
Gotcha.
for Raccoon River. Oh, Marlowe trying to step through and do a headlock. Nice job by Victoria to step underneath that. Here we go again. Marlowe does a great job setting up the headlock, following through. She's got her hips dropped down to the mat. Now she can just lean back because she's got all the pressure coming down. She needs to get her
there it is.
hand above the elbow. It's close.
She did a good job rotating underneath.
She's got to bring her back toward her. Got to walk toward the head. Coach Rasmussen in the corner over there.
Nice that
saying,
she's right there.
yeah, walk to the head.
Out of bounds.
Didn't happen. So 5-0 in favor of Marlowe. Nice job by Marlowe bringing her back down onto the mat. Trying to work that half Nelson in. But we grabbed onto the headgear. Cost her a point.
Haven't seen that one a ton tonight. 4-3.
Sometimes you got to use what they give you.
Yeah. Well, they locked hands with 1 second left. Nope. Yep. Nope.
Oh.
What did they do?
All right, so they did not call it.
Okay.
Valley's choice here. She takes neutral. Maybe looking to set up that headlock again. But Victoria trying to do everything she can to get heavy on the head and not allow Abby to work into that headlock. She's got it, but she didn't have her hips. And she's settling on that forearm, so she's not really high enough on the arm to start with. When you try to set up that headlock, you want to make sure that you're high enough on the arm so that way when you bring them down to the mat, you can lift that elbow, drop that shoulder, and use it as leverage to break the far side shoulder down as well.
It's a 5-1 advantage with 1:08 to go in the second period.
Marlowe able to set up that headlock and do it very well in the first period. Not like Valley hasn't seen headlock people before.
Yeah.
Rocky Lombardi was able to headlock a few. Nice job by Victoria trying to just keep heavy hands on the back of her neck and keep that head down, preventing her from being up on top.
I think both, it seems like both kind of tired, kind of waiting for that stamina boost. wait for the moment to attack. Still 5-1. Last match of the night. And both girls, I mean, they're getting solid chances around the head, around your shoulders.
Nice job on that snap down there by Victoria.
So as time expires in period number 2, we get a little closer, 5-3.
All right, so now Marlowe's going to have to see what she can do from the down position as Victoria takes the top position. That must mean we've seen this before tonight where a wrestler said, I can wrestle better. I have better leverage on top. I'm going to start there, see if I can get my opponent turned. Victoria does a nice job with the breakdown. Oh, locked hands.
6-3.
So we will start new again with 1:54 to go in the meet tonight. Great job by Victoria breaking her down. Now trying to work toward that half. And here we come over.
If she can, got to be close. Raccoon River Conference gets the pin and wins it all, 58-16. Is your final score. And that will wrap it up for us tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Keith, final thoughts as let me quickly run through our final scores here. So in round 1, Ankeny defeated Urbandale 72-6. Valley takes down Johnston 54-24. Southeast Polk takes down the Raccoon River 40-30. And in round number 2, Urbandale defeats Johnston 48-24. Ankeny defeats Southeast Polk 42-34. And Raccoon River Conference defeats Valley 58-16. Final thoughts as we wrap up here tonight.
I'm going to have to say my final thoughts are looking forward, and that is this. There is going to be the first ever girls state wrestling tournament coming up here at the beginning of February, so get your tickets because there are going to be a lot of girls from tonight wrestling down there in Iowa City come February.
CIML and whatnot represented well tonight. We want to thank everyone for watching. We will be back covering wrestling action next Tuesday for Waukee at Valley. Blake Walker, Keith Borness, thanks everyone for watching tonight. Have a good rest of your week. Thanks for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.